The 1916 one-dime coin hides a story of American pride, wartime scarcity, and unimaginable value with just one letter. This dime becomes a millionaire's dream. Discover why collectors hunt it like buried treasure, and how one tiny silver coin changed numismatic history forever. The year was 1916. America stood on the brink of transformation with the world engulfed in war, and the economy shifting rapidly. Coinage became more than just currency. It became a reflection of national identity. The one-dime coin minted in that pivotal year would come to represent more than its small size, suggested the Mercury Dime, as it was affectionately known due to its depiction of liberty, wearing a winged cap symbolizing freedom of thought, was actually a masterpiece designed by Adolphe Weinman, replacing the barber dime, which had been in circulation since 1892. The Mercury Dime was part of a broader movement to beautify American coinage, following the influence of President Theodore Roosevelt, who believed that coins should represent the greatness of the nation in design and symbolism. The obverse of the coin featured liberty with wings on her cap, while the reverse bore a fasce as a bundle of rods symbolizing unity and strength, along with an olive branch representing peace. It was a delicate balance between power and harmony, crafted with care and artistry, but while the design caught public attention, it was the 1916 Mercury Dime, minted in Denver, that became one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in American numismatic history. Only a fraction of these coins were produced, a mere 264,000, compared to the millions produced at other mints due to the late start in production at the Denver Mint and high demand for coinage. Most of the dimes that year came from Philadelphia and San Francisco, leaving the 1916 dime as a key date in the Mercury series. Collectors quickly realized its rarity, and over time its value skyrocketed from mere cents to tens of thousands of dollars, and even beyond, depending on condition and authenticity. The 1916 dime became a legendary piece, especially when in mint state condition. It was small but mighty, a silent witness to the American spirit of resilience and artistry. During a transformative time, as we dive into the rich history of this coin, we must understand the context in which it was born. The United States in 1916 was still neutral in World War I, but the pressures of global conflict were looming. Industries were booming, the population was growing, and the need for coinage was ever increasing. The U.S. Mint operated multiple facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, with Philadelphia being the largest and primary production site. But each mint had its own role and challenges. The Denver Mint especially had limited capacity and was often late in starting coin production for the year. Hence the late and limited mintage of the Mercury Dime in Denver, that year making the 1916 issue extraordinarily rare. Over the years, many counterfeit versions appeared in the market, some altered from 1945 dimes to mimic the 1916 So collectors and experts rely on specific diagnostics to authenticate genuine coins, including the position of the mint mark and the details in Liberty's features. When examining a real 1916 Mercury Dime under magnification, you will notice the D mint mark located to the left of the faces on the reverse, and specific characteristics in the font and placement that cannot be faked easily. Numismatists have studied these details meticulously, establishing clear guides to detect authenticity. The coin community treats the 1916 dime with reverence, as it represents not only rarity and value, but also a period in history where art and utility intersected to create lasting legacy. The value of this coin varies significantly based on its condition. For instance, a well-circulated version might fetch several $1,000s, while an uncirculated mint state example can command prices upwards of $50,000 to over $100,000. Auction records show astonishing results when a high-grade specimen surfaces. The story of the 1916 dime is also deeply tied to the legacy of Adolphe Weinman, whose design became iconic. His initials IO are subtly placed on the coin, and his work extended beyond coinage, as he was also known for monumental sculptures throughout the United States. As we explore the full from 1916 to 1945, we see how this coin served Americans during pivotal events, including both world wars. the Great Depression, and the Roaring Twenties. It remained in pockets, purses, and cash drawers for decades, and its elegant design made it one of the most beloved coins ever produced. The composition of the dime during that era was 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it intrinsic value, even beyond numismatics. The weight was 2.5 grams with a diameter of 17.9 millimeters. It had a reeded edge and a brilliant finish when struck freshly from the dies. Over time, these features wear with circulation, but collectors value even worn versions, especially if they carry the coveted 1916 D mint mark beyond its physical features. The 1916 Mercury Dime carries cultural and historical weight. It was used in daily commerce for basic necessities. It passed from hand to hand during a century of immense change, and it found its place in coin albums, collections, and investment portfolios around the globe. Coin grading services like PCGs and NGC have graded thousands of Mercury dimes, but only a limited number of 1916 D examples exist in top condition, making each discovery or auction event a newsworthy moment for collectors. Young and old stories abound of lucky finds in estate sales, old coin jars, and family inheritances, where someone unknowingly possessed a small fortune. In the form of this little silver dime, the passion surrounding Mercury dimes, especially the 1916 D, has also sparked educational efforts among coin clubs, youth groups, and museums to preserve the history of American coinage and share the stories behind the metal. The Mercury Dime series ended in 1945 with the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt and the transition to the Roosevelt Dime series, but the legacy of the Mercury Dime endures, and its first year, the 1916 especially. The 1916 D will forever be etched in the hearts of those who understand its meaning. Rarity and beauty. This coin tells a story of craftsmanship, economy, and the human desire to preserve pieces of history through metal art. Its market continues to evolve as more people become aware of its significance, and with time its scarcity will only increase, especially for high-grade certified pieces, making it a centerpiece in any serious collection and a dream coin for those beginning their journey in numismatics. The tale of the 1916 Mercury Dime is not just about silver or scarcity. It is about what we value as a society. It is about how something so small can carry such immense history and meaning. It is about how American coinage has captured the spirit of a nation, and how one dime struck over a century ago still speaks volumes today.